everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Jags are top 10 in rushing TDs. They'll go up against the Rams defense that needs to be ready for that.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And caught right side, Green. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick that first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be third down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Play clock winding down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. tough starting field position here. They go play action here on first down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. You got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to roam now. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And now here's a carry heading left. And some space here. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a second straight week.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Play action. Now it's Bortles. On the right side, caught by Green. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Mark Barron with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Brad Nordman now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Flush to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Corey Grant, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Here's Johnny Hacker now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Completes it left side to the tight end, Lewis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Last year, Gurley, 74% of LA's carries. That's the highest percentage in the league.
But no real payoff because they finished 31st in the league in rushing. I think as a team, they ran for 78 yards per game.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. They find some open field here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He also had an interception return for a touchdown last year, another one there. What's the goal for a defensive back? One a season?
One a season is really
fantastic.
Way more than you would expect. I mean, guys set those type of goals, but rarely are they reached. Rarely they achieved. To be able to pull it off back-to-back seasons, who says no one makes house calls anymore?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Room here to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run the counter now on first down. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Bortles now to throw. Rolling to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A nice gain of 21 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Black 58, rail. Black 58, so.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. He finds Yeldon. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Ivory that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Corey Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Yardage and be backed up to the 24. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Another carry now for Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Black 58, left, green 39. Green 38. Ace.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, it's Gurley. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down following the run. Again they run with Gurley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Ronnie Hillman in there. He gets the carry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. It's an end around. Tavon Austin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try the air now with Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Now a play fake. Bortles. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Bortles will try again on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now Bortles again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now it's gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And now out come the Jags. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Yeldon. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door.
Here we go. Green, 90.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Bortles. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. Throwing is Bortles. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 2 for 66.
Goff on first down. Throw left side complete. It's McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Goff on first down. A swing pass caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Goff now looking to throw. Being chased out left, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 39, 58, rail.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Now he's forced out left. Now he'll throw. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles, oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on second down is gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Goff now on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. On second down, here's Goff. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. 3rd and long. It's gone. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A big play, Goff to Austin. 46 yards. from the red zone now. Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues.
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a good game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, All right, you saw the challenge on the screen. I don't need to repeat it. It's solo challenge. Madden Ultimate Team, go earn your keep. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down, Flacco now. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 49.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Right side catch, Gilmore. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He hits his target, left side, Watson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Ripkowski, the fullback, on the inside give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, we'll send you to Orlando and Larry Ridley as he'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But no touchdown. These guys need to give Larry some touchdowns to talk about.
Things are too easy for him right now back in the studio. Come on, guys. Help the man out. Give him something to talk about.
And he's got room. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
Here we go. Boo, Lanny. Boo, Lanny.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 23-yard run. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down now after the incompletion. From the gun, Flacco into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. First and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
Young now. Throwing to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The play clock's running down. Again, it's Tomlinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission. And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Time running out here on the play clock. On the handoff, Tomlinson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Counter, it's Tomlinson. And an alley to run. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Running right, this is Tomlinson. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Handoff left, Tomlinson. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Tomlinson. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode, and it stiffened.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here come the Ravens. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And his throw is incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Flacco. And Watson has it right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Flacco to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. Here we go. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Flacco. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Nice job. Congratulations. Defeating the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get...
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Vikings going up against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Oakland Raiders. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Washington, his first carry, and he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Shotgun now for Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. 690. Watch out.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Carr throwing on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. It finds Crabtree for the completion. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. On 1st down, Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Washington on 3rd and short, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. A right side catch by Crabtree. 6 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Oakland 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he comes back with one complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding opens.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And some room to work. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Bridgewater on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. First and 10, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Varga, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gordon. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Roberts with it over the middle. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 18-yard line. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people are wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 4-yard line. On second down, Washington. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Give. It's Washington. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Second down following the run. On play action. Now Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On first, here's Washington. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Carr. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emerson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Cook. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. To play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And down he goes, brought down sack. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Carr now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Cooper was the target there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again. Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On 3rd down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing is Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
second down, Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Get ready! Tiger! 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 Boards!
Third and long for Bridgewater. He sets to fire. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 76 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Carr now on first down. Crabtree has it. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Try it again on second down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing, Bridgewater. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start the drive with Washington. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Carr, and this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing again. Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Carr to throw again. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, here's Washington. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once
and now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Carr again. And he It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And they get 14 yards there at a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The defense helps the offense out there. Now 5 yards to go on first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Cook following throwing the penalty. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's go.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing, no pass interference. The hit jars it loose, and now they force them into a decision. Do you go for it on 4th down or kick the field goal?
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
Well, not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Now a play fake. Carr. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
Hey, 80's yours. 80's yours.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Able to shake him off. Escaping the pressure right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
29.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling if the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Now a handoff looking right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On second down, here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Left side, Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You